As Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Russian President Vladimir Putin held a telephonic conversation on Wednesday. Prime Minister Modi congratulated Putin on his re-election as the President of Russia. The two leaders agreed to make concerted efforts towards further strengthening the special and privileged strategic partnership between the two countries in the years to come. Both the leaders also reviewed progress in various issues of bilateral cooperation and exchanged views on regional and global issues of mutual interest. While discussing the Russia-Ukraine conflict, Prime Minister Narendra Modi reiterated India's consistent position in favor of dialogue and diplomacy as the way forward. The two leaders agreed to remain in touch. DD India's Meghna Dev joins us for more on this story now. Meghna, the leaders have discussed the conflict over phone. What more can you tell us on the way forward that has been discussed?
Well, Prime Minister Narendra Modi obviously held a telephonic conversation with Russian President Putin, and he did obviously congratulate him on his landslide election victory. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also did post on X on 18th of March congratulating President Putin about his victory and obviously taking forward the special and privileged strategic partnership that both the countries have. Besides that, also Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and in all, if you look at India, has been very consistent with the stand on the Russia and Ukraine conflict. That is, dialogue and diplomacy are the only way forward. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi did reiterate it, during this conversation as well. And this also speaks volumes of how firm India has been on its stand to resolve the Russia-Ukraine conflict. Besides that, also the conversation did encapsulate how to move forward in terms of bilateral cooperation. Russian President Vladimir Putin did also, congratulate Prime Minister Narendra Modi and did wish him, for a successful conduction of the elections in India. We do see that earlier, Prime Minister Narendra Modi had also spoken to the Russian president in January. Russia is the presidency for the BRICS. Prime Minister Narendra Modi did also speak to the Russian president last time, about regional issues as well, and obviously the presidency of the BRICS. But very importantly, when we talk about bilateral cooperation, we must remember the External Affairs Minister, Dr. S. Jaishankar's visit to Russia in December, which was, very important in terms of enhancing bilateral cooperation, because we know that India and Russia also have, a structure of an annual summit for which in 2021 the Russian president was in New Delhi, but we haven't seen, any such visit happening after that. But besides, having said that, the annual summit for the BRICS is something that people are looking forward to. Besides, obviously, when we saw that the External Affairs Minister was in Russia in December 2023, and he called on President Putin. President Putin did say that he did invite Prime Minister Narendra Modi to visit Russia. Besides that, also when we see that there are some projects which are extremely important in the pipeline. When we talk about the Kundakulam nuclear power project, we also talk about an MOU which was signed in the sector of pharmaceuticals. And obviously, when we see that defense is one sector which have, where Russia and India have been, time-tested partners. In that sector as well, there has been talks about collaboration in joint manufacturing of modern weaponry and equipment for defense. So this is something, encapsulating the relationship and obviously the trade, which is doing really well. We have more than 50 billion US dollars of trade as well.
Yes,
so
Meghna, we'll have to
encapsulating
leave
all
it
of that
here.
And moving forward.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Meghna, for those updates.